Hi, I'm Phil again, and today we're going to go over the rigging of the Mutant. The Mutant is our 4-batten wave sail from MauiSails, and I'm going to roll the sail out. What you can do when you get a brand new sail, before you even rig it, you can go out and put batten tension on. This has already been sailed, so I've got plenty of batten tension, but I can give a little demonstration. If there's no batten tension, there's going to be little creases across the batten. So I'm going to crank these battens up. And make the sail nice and clean. So when we rig it up, you can put the batten tensioner back in the pocket here in the mast sleeve. Save it for later. Okay, we're going to feed our mast in. 340 mast. There's an option for a 340, also a 370 for the 4.2 Mutant. You're going to see on the spec box here on the Mutant 4.2 you can have two options, a 340 or a 370, so you just have to follow the specs across. One boom length 154, 21 extension if you have a 340, and 6 extension if you have a 370. You just want to make sure there we go. There's the top of the mast. And it's pretty much for the 340 you can have the top of the mast all the way down so it's flush with the top of the sail. So make sure there's tension on that. Make sure the cap is in the top of the mast. So I'm looking for extension 16. So there's, sorry, 21. So I'm going to set it on 22. I'm going to fold my sleeve up to expose the pulley. Feed my rope through the pulley so there's no crossing. Pull it down a little bit. Pull the downhole, then I'm going to put my boom on. So my boom is 154. So 154, there's for the boom. Got my RDM shim, MauiSails RDM shim. Put that on. It's a lot easier if you go for the middle of the sleeve too, and then you can always move it later. I like to put my hand inside and open the sleeve up to get the rope on. Now I'm going to go back and double check the downhole. When downholing the sail, I suggest using some sort of rigging tool or a screwdriver or a piece of wood, a piece of bamboo you might have lying around, so you can get easier to pull the downhole. So on the 4-batten sail, we're looking for looseness definitely in the head and maybe coming down to below that 2nd batten, not the 3rd batten. So there's now a little looseness on the outhole because I haven't put the outhole on, but the looseness is going to be not as significant as a 5-batten wave sail and not as least as a 3-batten. So each wave sail kind of has its little characteristics. 5-batten, 4-batten, and 3-batten, how you want to rig them. So I'm going to attach my outhole. My outhole I'm going to set pretty neutral. So you can see the looseness here coming in through there with the downhole, also coming into here on that below that first batten. Kind of hold it down with the extension. You can see how the shape of the sail is. As far as the sleeve is concerned, we're going to have some tightness in the sleeve through here between the first and second batten to make the sail flat, and when you get it on the water it's not going to get too full on the top and it's going to twist with a little bit of shape. So that's about it. Plenty of shape in the bottom and flatness in the top. Tuning the downhole, you don't really tune the downhole that much. You might play with the outhole a little bit. Once you get the downhole set, you don't want to over downhole it. You're going to get the sail too flat in the bottom and you'll make it twist too much and it will feel very twitchy. And if you under downhole, the sail's going to feel loose and sloppy and the top is going to get a little bit full when you're sailing and it's not going to accelerate when you get a gust. So just play around with the settings and try to find the right downhole setting. And then again for the outhole, you just have to play around with that for what your personal preference is. The spec box is just a guide, but it should be pretty close. So this is our 4-batten Mutant. The other 4-batten sail that we have in our range is the Loco, the freestyle sail. So the same settings are going to apply to the Loco. Sometimes the freestyle guys left the downhole off a little bit to give a little bit of fullness in the head on their freestyle sails. But if you're going to use the Loco in a lot of wind, you're going to set it generally very similar to a Mutant. You might let the downhole off in lighter winds in the Loco and maybe pull the outhole on a little bit to get some lower leech tension. But generally the same principles are going to apply to the Loco and also the Mutant. Re-rigging time for the Mutant. Very easy. Outhole first. Take the loop and go, take the rope off. Move our boom down a little bit there to make it easy to get off. I'm going to push my hand inside the sleeve and just take the rope off. Take my RDM shim off. And do my bowline here for the downhole rope. Take all my rope out of the pulley. And out comes the mast. Easy. Going to roll the sail up from the head, nice and tight. Keep all those battens aligned when you're rolling the sail up. You should have no problem fitting it back in the bag. Use my tie-me up on the button. We're done.